In the top stories, Prime Minister has called a second urgent security meeting with press conference set for this afternoon. The U.S. military has killed 3 people in the latest of a series of strikes on alleged drug trafficking vessels in the Caribbean, and Japan has warned of an elevated risk of a mega earthquake on its northern coast after a powerful tremor struck the region today. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Major Newscast. Today is Monday, the 20th day of April, and I am Jasmine Thomas. First on the national scene. Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, has convened a second urgent meeting with senior security officials this morning following an overnight homicide in Limekiln. The meeting comes just days after a similar high-level security gathering was held at government headquarters on Saturday, where Dr. Drew received briefings on ongoing operations and intelligence assessments. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force is asking anyone with information relevant to ongoing investigations to come forward. A joint national security and police press conference is scheduled for 1 o'clock this afternoon, where further details are expected to be provided. The press conference will be carried live on ZIZ radio and television. A delegation from St. Kitts and Nevis has returned from the ACES 2026 conference in Abuja, Nigeria, where the Federation was represented on the global stage. Livestock sector representative Devin Richardson described the experience as a significant, highlighting the importance of food security and the role livestock production plays in supporting the nation's food supply.
My name is Devin Richardson, known as Bucky Garrett, and I'm here representing livestock farming. It's a significant moment to be here in Nigeria to represent the livestock farming. The opportunity given just to be here, just to be able to fly 9 hours non-stop to be in Nigeria is awesome. Food security is important because you have to feed the nation. Everybody needs food, and meat is important. We all know when you're eating your food, you need a slice of pork, chicken, whatever to the side. And I'm happy that I'm able to feed the nation back in my country, St. Kitts and Nevis. I would like to give thanks to the Minister, Honorable Samuel Duggins, whoever else was involved, other ministers, other delegates, to reach out to me, to give me the opportunity to be here. Continue farming, continue to believe in yourself, continue to believe in the product. I am here. You will be next.
And SKELEC has announced a series of scheduled maintenance outages for this week, affecting several communities across St. Kitts. Today, Newton Ground will be without power until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 21st April, Camps Estate and Mulfill will both experience interruptions between 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. On Wednesday, 22nd April, Barrio, Longwall, Phillips's Village and Lodge Village will be affected from 9 in the morning to 12 noon, while New Road and Sadler's Village will be without power from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Thursday, 23rd April, Timberlane Housing Extension and Tabernacle will see disruptions from 9 in the morning to noon, with Keys affected from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. SKELEC says the outages are part of its ongoing efforts to improve reliability across the network. On the regional scene, the U.S. military has carried out another strike on a vessel in the Caribbean Sea, killing 3 people on Sunday in the latest of a series of attacks on boats accused of drug trafficking. The Trump administration's campaign of striking alleged narcotics vessels in Latin American waters has been underway since early September and has killed at least 181 people in total. U.S. Southern Command said the latest strike targeted alleged drug traffickers along known smuggling routes and posted video of the attack on social media. The military has not provided evidence that any of the vessels targeted were carrying drugs. President Trump has described the U.S. as being in armed conflict with cartels in Latin America, framing the strikes as necessary to stem the flow of drugs into the United States. Critics have questioned the legality of the attacks. And Trinidad and Tobago's Ministry of Defense has activated a national security response following the death of a municipal police officer in San Fernando. The officer attached to the San Fernando police station was killed in the line of duty over the weekend. Defense and Homeland Security Minister Wayne Sturge extended condolences to the officer's family and colleagues. The Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force has moved to an elevated operational posture and is working alongside the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and other agencies. The ministry says it is coordinating with Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara and other national security officials as the investigation continues. And now for a look at news on the international scene. Japan has issued an advisory warning of an elevated risk of a mega earthquake along its northern coast following a powerful quake earlier today. The Cabinet Office and the Japan Met Office says there is a 1% chance of a mega quake occurring in the region within the next week, triggered by the earlier tremor near the Chizima Trough. Officials stressed the advisory is not a prediction, but are urging residents to review their emergency preparedness while continuing their daily lives. A tsunami alert was also issued following an initial quake, prompting residents to move to higher ground. No significant injuries or damage have so far been reported. This is the second such advisory for the region in recent months. A similar warning was issued following a major quake in December, after which no significant subsequent tremor occurred. And Elon Musk has been summoned to Paris, where French investigators are examining allegations of misconduct against social media platform X, including the spread of child sexual abuse material and deepfake content. Musk and former ex-chief executive Linda Yashinaro have been called for voluntary interviews today, with other platform employees scheduled to appear as witnesses throughout the week. It remains unclear whether either will travel to Paris, but prosecutors say their absence will not halt the investigation. The inquiry was opened in January of 2025 by the cybercrime unit of the Paris prosecutor's office, and French authorities conducted a search of X's Paris premises in February. French prosecutors also suspect that controversy surrounding X's AI system Grok and its deepfake content was deliberately engineered to boost the value of Musk-owned companies ahead of a market listing. French authorities say they have alerted U.S. officials to that concern, though Musk welcomed reports that American justice officials declined to assist the French investigation. We now take a look at the weather report. A moderate easterly breeze will continue across the Federation today and into tomorrow, with winds of between 17 and 28 kilometers per hour. Expect partly cloudy skies with a 40% chance of brief showers through both today and tonight, as shallow clouds and pockets of moisture are pushed across the islands. Seas will range from 1.2 to 1.8 meters. The high today will reach 31 degrees Celsius, and the sun sets this evening at 6:28. Tomorrow morning, sunrise will be at around 5:51. That brings us to the end of the Midday Major Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.